Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Behind the Scenes at Solent Turf, where we're documenting our David versus Goliath battle as we try to launch a builders merchants alongside our 50-year-old family turf farm, competing against huge private equity money and some of the oldest companies around. As always, smash that like button and hit subscribe to continue watching our journey and see if these two underdogs can cause an upset. I'm Jack, and this is Building a Family Business, episode 32. Cue the music. Good morning, another week at Solent Turf. Starting out in the field this morning. George is just on his way out with a tanker, pick up another load of water. We got the irrigation reel working, just trying to get some water on ahead of the line where I'm going to cut this week. I've got a full lorry load to get harvested now for my dad that's going to come in and pick it up. He's out on some soil deliveries at the moment. He's also got a couple of turf drops that he went out with first thing this morning, so he's going to get that delivered. And then he'll be back in the field later on today. So we're gonna jump on the harvester now, get harvesting some turf. So the weather has finally turned in our favour and the rain is back. Actually timed something right for a change. I decided last minute yesterday I was going to put some fertiliser on because they were forecasting a bit of rain, and it's actually worked. The rain has actually come, which should now wash that fertiliser in very nicely. We are in a little bit of a win-lose situation though, because George is out on a turf laying job today, so he could have done without any rain on there. But yeah, the plan is today, my dad has just been in and dropped off some soil in the field that's being collected. I've got loads more turf to get harvested today. My dad's going to come back in and pick that up. We've got, like I say, no George today. His lorry is parked up in the yard because he's on this job all day. So my dad's running the turf, and then hopefully we're going to get back later on this afternoon. I need to get back in the office, catch up on some bits, and we've got a very important meeting tomorrow where we are meeting with an estate manager to discuss taking on some more land. So I'm going to try and put together a little pitch deck, a little bit of information that we can hand over to them, just summarising sort of who we are, what we do, and why we'd be a good fit to take on the tenancy around there. So yeah, that's the plan today. I'm just driving around to all our fields just to have a look at the length of the grass on them to decide whether we're going to mow this week. We've potentially got a window tomorrow that we can go out and mow, so I just wanted to see how long everything is and whether it does need mowing. You can probably hear by the rain banging on the roof of the van that the heavens have now opened. It's absolutely chucking it down, which is going to be amazing for the turf. It's starting to look greener already. We're going to have to keep an eye on the weather, see if this rain does ease off, and if it's dry tomorrow, I think we will try to get out with the mowers and mow the rest of the farm. I'm just having a look down this hedgerow as well. You can see where Luke came in a few weeks ago and we sprayed the headland of the field off just to stop any horrible weeds and grasses spreading out into the field. That's now taken effect and starting to kill that off, which is good. So that's hopefully going to prevent a lot of issues. It's Wednesday morning. Got a big meeting this morning. We're off to meet the land manager to have a look at this piece of land, or various pieces of land actually, which we're going to try to get a rental agreement on to move our turf production over to their site, which could be potentially massive. This could really shape the future of Solent turf if it goes the way that I really hope it does. The amount of land they've got over there, the infrastructure that they've got, it would really help us with trying to improve the way that we produce the turf, increase the quality of the turf. So yeah, fingers crossed we get a good outcome and it's a successful meeting. Just going over some notes now, just prepping for it to make sure that we put our best foot forward. So I'm going to continue prepping for it. We'll head off, we'll do the meeting and I'll update you how it goes afterwards. I'm now back in the field. I think that meeting went really well. It's still too early to tell. There's a lot more variables that we've got to go over yet and more discussions to be had. But we're definitely talking to the right people now. We're talking big bits of land, with good infrastructure, with 20-year leases compared to like the typical 3-year lease that we're having to deal with at the moment. So yeah, 20-year lease really helps secure the future of the turf production in the local area for us, which is what we're really after. But yeah, going to keep communications going and hopefully something good will come from it. But now I need to catch up for being away this morning. So I've got a bit of turf to get harvested, a little bit of mowing to take care of. And then we've got more meetings this afternoon with suppliers back at the yard and office. We've got no George for the rest of the week now. He's now disappeared off to the Isle of Wight. He's off golfing on some golf competition over there. So my dad's picking up all the deliveries. And that reminds me, we haven't done a George's golf tip of the week this week. So we're going to have to do a Jack's golf tip of the week, which is, I don't really know a lot about golf. I would say, just don't take it so seriously. I see so many people getting upset on the golf course that ruins their day. But I hate to break it to you, you're probably not going to make the PGA Tour now. So just relax, have some fun, enjoy it. Yeah, my dad's on the way back in. He's in a bit of a rush because he's doing all deliveries. He's just got one pallet to go back on him to get out and deliver. I've got it cut now, I'm just waiting in the gateway. So as soon as he backs in, I'm going to chuck it on him so he can get back on the road again. I've had a busy morning cutting. I've cut a few hundred this morning. Things are still starting to quieten down a little bit. This rain's not helped either. Another meeting back in the office later this afternoon. We've got another supplier wanting to come out and meet us. Spending all my time meeting suppliers at the minute. Whenever we want to buy from someone, they always want to come out and meet you. So I ain't got time. I don't know why they want to come out and meet little old us for. We don't really move that much stuff at the moment. Got some, I need to do another stock take. Our stock is all over the place. We'll do another stock take whilst we've got a bit of spare time. And yeah, that'll pretty much be it for Thursday. That does pain me to see a little bit. A 26-ton lorry taking a pallet of turf, which is something that could have just gone on a transit van. But as much as we'd love to, you can't always have everything fully optimised, and it is on its way back to the yard, so that takes a little bit of the sting out of it. That meeting this afternoon went really well. We're starting to build some really good relationships in the sector now, which is always nice. Feels like things are finally starting to get a little bit easier on that front. Kind of felt like when we first started, we were like the new kids on the block. No one really wanted to know us. But yeah, that's definitely shifting. So me and my dad are just picking a fencing order at the minute. We've got quite a bit going out tomorrow.
Got Aris rails, posts, mortise posts, gravel boards, post mix. Yeah, a few fencing orders going out. What else have we got on? All the feather edge, some panels going out. You see we've got concrete posts, recessed gravel boards. Yeah, a lot of fencing going out tomorrow. I've just got back, just wrap things up in the office for the week. Me and my mum are out in the yard doing a stock take, making sure that we're plenty stocked up and just making a list of anything that needs to be ordered first thing Monday. Post mix is certainly going to be on the list. We've nearly sold out of post mix. I need to get an Arctic load of that booked in with our supplier. But yeah, another good week. Felt like a positive week, this one. Some interesting meetings. If they come off, certainly around the land, could be game changing for us. I still say it's about 50-50, but yeah, it'll be positive. Hopefully it will come off. But yeah, that is it for another week, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you guys had a fantastic week, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Building a Family Business. I'll see you on the next one.